Welcome to this week's episode of Brainstorm, where we give you a glimpse into the world of science for Wednesday, March 27th, 2013. Our top story is exciting news from the world of material science. A team from Singapore has created a wonder material with a wide array of potential uses. The base material is relatively simple in composition, cheap and abundant titanium dioxide. If turned into nanofibers and then formed into a flexible membrane, this material can help solve a variety of challenges facing humanity. After 5 years and 70 scientific papers worth of development, the team has found that these titanium dioxide membranes and derivative materials have applications in both water filtration and energy production. The original goal was to create a water treatment filter that would be antimicrobial and therefore not clog up with bacteria. Not only were the membranes very good at this, but they also turned out to be photocatalysts, which means they split water into hydrogen and oxygen when exposed to sunlight. 1.53 milliliters of hydrogen from a half-gram piece of the membrane. That doesn't sound like much, but it's about 3 times better than the extremely expensive catalysts in platinum. And imagine that scaled up to a full-sized water treatment facility that also runs off the hydrogen it's producing on site. Of course, the material could also be used exclusively for the storing of solar energy in the form of hydrogen. But wait, there's more. Since it's extremely hydrophilic, it can not only treat wastewater, but act as a high flow rate osmosis membrane in desalination. Since it was originally designed to be an antimicrobial agent, it can also be incorporated into breathable but infection-preventing bandages. It can also be treated to become a flexible solar panel for direct energy from the sun. Oh, and a small experimental battery that used both carbon and titanium dioxide nanoparticles as the anode had twice the lifespan of a regular lithium-ion battery. The next step is getting this material and the resulting technologies into the real world, which is why the team of 20 has started a startup company. The future is going to be awesome. Next is a story from the world of biotechnology, from our favorite topic, GM foods. Some researchers over at UCLA have developed a genetically engineered tomato that could potentially be extremely healthy. Well, even more so than a regular tomato, since it has a compound in it that seems to lower cholesterol-related conditions in mice. Before we get into how this actually works, we need to get into cholesterol a bit. Cholesterol is a lipoprotein. That's a molecule consisting of both fat and protein components. High-density lipoproteins are considered good cholesterol, whereas low-density lipoproteins are considered bad cholesterol, although their exact properties are slightly more complicated than their names would imply. Still, high levels of bad cholesterol lead to atherosclerosis, whereas good cholesterol can help treat it. So the tomatoes were engineered to produce a protein that mimicked the protein component of good cholesterol, in the hopes that ingesting it would alleviate some of the issues related to high-fat and cholesterol diets. The results with mice are extremely encouraging, and these mice had everything stacked against them. They were on a high-fat diet and were engineered so they could not remove bad cholesterol from their bloodstream. Needless to say, they developed atherosclerosis and other issues, but their condition improved after they started eating some of the modified tomatoes. The added protein was not found in their bloodstream but intact in their intestines. While there, it seemed to affect the absorption and metabolism of lipids in the digestive system, resulting in a number of positive effects. A direct increase in good cholesterol, reduced inflammation, increases of a particular antioxidant enzyme, and a decrease in a particular compound that promotes plaque buildup in the arteries. Obviously, testing is needed to see if the same effect happens in humans, but if it does, it could be extremely useful. Once proven safe, it would be the first time a beneficial compound like this could be implemented from simply ingesting food. Meaning, it could avoid some red tape by not being classified as a drug, potentially helping many people who struggle with high cholesterol, due to both dietary and medical reasons, and the scientists suspect other conditions as well. Well, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you could engineer your own superfood, what would the food be, and what would be its benefit? Let us know your thoughts on that and all the stories in the comments.